Morning. So far, this is a stark contrast to the last morning that I set out. That was 2 mornings ago with all that gravel and that grass. Actually, the gravel, boy, that was nothing. I could have done that all day. The grass, riding through the grass, that eventually became 9 times more nuts than that video. I mean, it just went on forever, and it got so heavy. And when I got to the end of it, when I got to the end of all that grass, and then another gravel road that was leading out of it, there was a locked gate. It was the only way out. I had to take all my bags off my bike, pass them through that gate, climb the gate with the bike, lower the bike down the other side, climb the gate, and then put everything back together. Man, that was a crazy morning, and that really cost me energy. It was that ride for a day. That was an intense day in the annals of bicycle touring. And this morning, taking off from Ashland, I don't think I've ever exactly been here to this thing, the Bear Creek Greenway. I think probably the last time I did this, I got all, a lot of times I would calculate I'd prefer to stay on the main road, just because frequently these bike routes are more mileage. But this thing, which I think sort of is parallel to the 5 north, 99 north at this point. I think I'm right in between those 2 highways. It's really quiet and flat and pretty. Just what I needed after that crazy morning. And there's no way that I'm going to get through these 75 miles I'm riding today without doing more climbing in the mountains. There's just no way. But I don't remember exactly when that picks up. Morning. I'm definitely not suffering right now. aside from the difficulties I had getting out of Chiloquin the other day, I did not remember how difficult it was to get to the summit of Dead Indian Road before that. I mean, it's the best descent I've ever done, ever. Howdy. There's just no doubt at all that descent and the part that I videoed is maybe about 2/3 of it, maybe, I think. Howdy. Howdy. All right, I am the guy talking to himself into a camera. Yeah, I started that video, right when it started diving. And then there's a slightly flat spot, just it flattens out a tiny bit. And that's where I cut it. And then it took off again, just as steep and rideable, and I mean really nice, for like another half as long as that other descent. So that descent, well, that's why I picked this route. To be able to do that, and then also to be able to avoid the dread bridge, that awful bridge on the coast route into, I think it's called North Bend. To be able to ride that Dead Indian Road and not to have to ride over that bridge. So far, this is a total bonus. Just these miles are costing me very little. And getting my lungs full of delicious tree air. Yummy. And I have good provisions for today's ride. I think it's going to be kind of I'll be able to get stuff if I wish for a long time. Like I'm actually going to ride through some way or another Grants Pass, which is a big town, on the way to where I'm going, which is Kerby, Oregon. Kerby, Kerby, Oregon, just east of, like a little bit northeast of Cave Junction. And I'd go all the way to Cave Junction because I have to go through that anyway. But whole scene there seems a wee bit dicey. I remember before it was just, it was kind of a skeezy town. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I did this before, this point to this point, I took the highway. I took the 99 north. Really goes northwest. Goes through all the little towns, all the little places like Talent and Medford, which is a big town, and Phoenix, all these little points. And probably when I had done it before, I was probably thinking not only in terms of directness, but also of access to, espresso. Probably. And I will tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that right now where I'm at in this bike tour, this is saving me so much energy. I mean, if this were, I don't know, 5 miles longer of this, try not to go too out on a limb, but 5 miles, you know, as I mean, I'm talking about the difference between this and the highway. You know, this, it just costs me no energy to do this right now, you know. Whew, feels good. I shall not run the camera when I'm, you know, whimpering like a little bitch going up to hell. It's gonna happen at some point.